Do I need to remind you what is out there?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that sort of shit's good for one thing. Getting you killed.
The Last of Us is a game that transcends how we perceive storytelling. This game will take you through an emotional journey that will ultimately end with a question in your mind. How far will you go to save someone you love? A very important question that you do not want to be answered. Anybody who has ever owned a PlayStation system will be aware of The Last of Us. But what about the people who aren't exposed to gaming? In the previous video, we have discussed how video games can be a powerful tool for storytelling. That fact could not be truer for The Last of Us.
Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess!
This isn't just a game, it is a journey of two characters and their will to survive, and surprisingly for very different reasons. But where The Last of Us truly excels is in its character moments.
Here, this make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time. That is a winner, though.
You play as Joel, a survivor of this desolate future, and your goal is to escort a 14-year-old girl named Ellie. The game itself takes place 20 years after the outbreak, so there is no natural law and order, and we all know what kind of world that would be. But your goal is simple: survive and keep the girl alive. As Joel, you move around the world and do things to progress, and the game gives you tons of choices to tackle any situation. When it comes to the story, however, it is impacting because of the lack of choice.
Joel? Joel? Shit. Joel, here. Oh, get up, get up, get up. You gotta tell me what to do. Come on, you gotta get up. Joel?
The way the story makes you care about these characters is something I cannot simply put into words. By the end of the game, you will believe in these characters. You want them to survive, and you will do anything in your power to keep them alive.
You'll just startle it.
I have seen people play the first 15 minutes of the game, and every time it ends with their jaws dropped to the floor. Watching it is of course impacting, but the real magic happens when you are in the moment controlling the character. The moment you hold the controller, you feel the weight of your actions. Gameplay is a big part of this. The game has a clever way of putting you in situations and allowing you to find a way out of it. No two players will have the same outcome of a situation. You can be calm, plan out your scenario, and be stealthy with your approach, whether it's the survivors or the infected. Or you can take them head on with the weapons you have at your disposal. But you have to be careful, as the resources are scarce, and before you know it, you might run out of your bullets.
Shit, I know that sound.
These tense situations are scattered throughout the game, yet they never feel boring, and this could be attributed to either the near-perfect controls or the narrative weight, because the people you are killing are survivors just like you. The violence is also not underplayed. In fact, it serves a purpose in the game. It keeps things real and make you feel about your choices. After all, you are doing whatever it takes to survive. The Last of Us is a complete package of amazing gameplay and story that will change how you look at games. This is definitely a landmark achievement within the community of gamers. But it is time for you to go out there and experience this masterpiece for yourself. Discover your humanity, because the game will question the best things and the worst things about us. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more.